You need to heal your abandonment wounds. You're an adult now and you can't keep using it as an excuse. All of us, from Bangladesh all the way here to the United States to Japan, it doesn't matter. If you have parents, you have some level of trauma. There's something that they didn't get right. There's something that they didn't do right. And you have to stop using that as a crutch to not grow and expand as a human being. You're not a kid anymore. You are responsible for this human being. And I'm not saying this to gloss over what you've been through. Some people have had more traumatic experiences than others, but it is your job to heal yourself. It is everyone's responsibility to heal themselves. And in order to do that, you need to address the root issue. Okay? Maybe your parents were shit, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be shit. You're an adult now. And are you going to keep letting it ruin your life, or are you going to do something about it? That's really what it comes down to. We're here for such a short amount of time. And abandonment wounds, whether from, your parents or just rejection in general in grade school, maybe you got bullied. I don't know the reason you're a people pleaser. I don't know the reason that you seek validation, but I know the reason I did. I know that I did for a long time. For most of my, adult life, I did, and it's gotten me nothing but disappointment. Seeking validation from people gets you nothing but disappointment. It just sets you up for people to play in your face, honestly, because you're giving something of value away. You're giving your time, your energy, your respect, your love undeservingly to people who don't deserve it. These people, you might admire them. They might provide great value in the form of information, or I don't know your situation, or in any form, but you should stop judging people by those things. People are not their accolades. People are not what they've achieved in the 3D world. People should be judged by their spirits, by the continents of their spirits, and who they are, by their character. What are they showing you in their character? Why do they deserve your respect? Why do they deserve your admiration and your love? Are they doing something otherworldly? Something that you're not capable of doing? Something you're not capable of learning? Something you're not capable of cultivating within yourself? I've learned that when you have fixations on people, is because there's a part of you within yourself that's undeveloped, that sees something in this person, and whatever it is you love and admire about this person, that's really just a mirror of you, of what can be possible for you. And things that, if you're able to view it, if you're able to see it, if you're able to perceive something, then it's not outside of you. Only things that are outside of your existence are not able to be perceived. If you can perceive it, it's possible. If you can't perceive it, if you can't conceptualize it, if you have no way to collapse it or to view it in any way, shape, or form, it's not available to you in your reality. And it's really that simple. When you start looking at stuff like that, you'll see, hey, actually, it's not that hard to achieve this. It's not, that hard to become this person that I love and admire so much. But when you look for people to like you, to love you, to think that you're smart, to think that you're pretty, to accept you, you're really just being manipulative, honestly. You have to stop playing small. I did this a lot in friendships where I would give so much of myself. Like, I would pour into them. I would pour into their ideas, give them all of my creative juices, all of my creative ideas, and really just show up in ways for people that I wasn't showing up for myself. That creates resentment. That creates people looking at you the way that you look at yourself. Like, you only deserve to play the side character. Like, you're not, you're not pouring into yourself. You don't believe that you're this person, so why should I? And they'll treat you like that. They'll treat you like that because that's how you're treating yourself. Everybody is a mirror. So if people are treating you a certain type of way, you have to start looking, how am I showing up? How am I showing up? You have to take accountability, because when you take accountability for your life and for your experiences, then you have control over them. When you put it off to someone else, when you give someone else that responsibility, and things that happen to you as a child, you know, or in grade stuff that you can't control, you can't control. But you can either let things break you, or you can alchemize it, because that's the purpose why we're here. We're here to change shit into gold. That's what this is all about. And you have to find what's worth it in life to you. Like what's worth it, you know? And looking for people to accept you, it doesn't matter if you don't accept yourself. The only opinion that matters is yours. This whole point of life is for you to, you know, have this experience and be like, yeah, you know, what was that about? What do you think that meant? It's up to you. It's not up to them. People are going to talk about you till the day you die. You shouldn't let love or hate sway you either way, because it doesn't matter. Now, you can appreciate the love, and you can even, you know, take in some of the hate. Sometimes your enemies are your most informative people that you can use. They tell you your weak spots. You know, sometimes you need a villain in your life. You need somebody to play the villain. But that's not an excuse for you to feel down about yourself and to look at yourself as some vagabond who's not worth anything, you know? And if you're showing up to people in that energy and trying to project all this love onto them, they know that it's not real, because, and you might think that is real. You might genuinely, you know, care about people and have, you know, a loving, kind soul, but you cannot give to people what you don't have. You cannot fill another cup from an empty cup, because it's gonna become inverted. Like, you have to fill up your cup first. And once you stop looking on the outside and you start cultivating self-trust on the inside, you start doing what you say you're going to do, you start, you know, valuing your opinion, speaking up in places that make you uncomfortable. Once you start really showing up for yourself, and your subconscious is going to be like, hey, like, I actually do got my back. Yeah, I actually am worthy of this. Yeah, you are. You've always been. But that takes practice. It's like a muscle. So you have to stop looking to be in places where you're not wanted. If you're not invited, don't fucking go. If you're invited last minute, don't go. You know, if people, you need to accept rejection. You need to almost welcome it. You need to put yourself in as many safe, uncomfortable situations as possible. So apply for the jobs that you don't feel qualified for. Okay, do the things that you don't necessarily think, you know, you're ready for, but you have an interest in it. You need to fail as many times as possible so that you don't care about failing anymore. Like, I failed at this so many times. Like, it's like, I don't care at this point. I'm gonna just keep doing it, and eventually something's gonna hit. That's how you have to look at it. Like, I'm gonna leave with something. That's how you gotta look at it, because that's the only way. Like, once, it's basically shock therapy. And I believe I said this before, but everything is shock therapy. Everything that's uncomfortable for you is shock therapy. You have to just expose yourself to it enough, and then eventually, you know, fucks will disappear. I promise you. It's just gonna disappear. In my 20s, I used to care about everything. I used to care about, you know, did I say that the right way? Oh my God, did they take this way? How people take things is how they want to take things. It's how they want to see things. If people are committed to misunderstanding you, what are you gonna do? Like, there's no point in stressing. There's no point in wasting your time trying to explain or trying to clear things up. To hell with them. To hell with how people think about you, about how they feel. Stop giving people so much rulership over your life and over your mental and over your emotional. Like, we are all going to die. We're gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. And when you look at it like that, it's like, you really just care less, because it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the things you want to matter. Like, we're here for such a short amount of time. The stuff that you found valuable and the stuff that really moves your heart space and really drives you and your purpose, should be the only things that you're focused about, should be the only things that you're focused on. Okay? The more that you're your authentic self, the more you would draw in people who want to be around you for you. The more you do things in order to get people to like you, is the more you're just going to attract narcissistic people. The more you're going to attract psychopaths. The more you're going to attract people who think that, you know, they could use you, destiny swap with you, play in your face. Stop being like that. Stop being like that. And when people start hating on you, that's how you know you're really doing something good. You should have haters. You should have people trying to create smear campaigns about you, trying to change the narrative and how people see you, trying to create false narratives about you. That's all a testament to your power. That's all a testament to, you know, you're really that person who you say you are. Because why else go out their way? Why else to try to get, you know, a group of people to come against little old me, little old you? For what? You must not be that little. So that's something to think about.